before I hand over to Daniel, who will be one closing out the session, I just want to share a little bit about what I learned because I have been here since last week. So I think it's been a really, really good workshop, and we've seen how, we learned about the different policies that I've been working on and the different advocacy that different groups across the region have been deploying. And it's been good to really see as well how we tie together this week, where we're looking at youth advocacy, the role that young people are already playing, and to also see through the use of resources, etc., you can also play your part in advancing healthy policy and healthy environments in your country and the region. And I'm really excited about the future, to be honest. As I said before, I'm not well, right now at least, because I used to be, but right now I wouldn't consider myself primarily a health advocate. I'm also an education advocate, but I think this experience has really reignited in me even more the passion for healthy environments, and to even see where I can add more of that in my work as an education advocate. And I would say I'm imploring you as other young people on the call and partners to do the same, even if you're not necessarily a health advocate or you focus on that only. Because, if we want to, the main character energy, as I'm sure I mentioned, we want the soft life, and we want a life where we can literally breathe and exist in a healthy environment. It's important that we all champion this cause. And even if we don't go out and really raise the banner high in terms of an advocate, you can be an advocate in your homes through the meals that you eat. Daniel talks about having those short movement breaks, normalizing physical activity. You can be a champion in your homes, in your schools, in your communities. And I think even at that level, it's even more important, because it's really at that level that we see that impact every single day. We have the policies and the programs, etc. But if we don't have people actually living that life in their actual space, then those policies will mean nothing. So while we have JN and HCC doing the fight, champion the big fight at that level, it's good for us on the ground in our communities and our schools, churches, wherever you worship, etc., to champion the cause there as well. It was an incredible experience moderating or co-moderating rather this event for the last two sessions, last week and today. It's my absolute pleasure as well, meeting all of you and engaging, and I'm looking forward to the work you continue to do in your respective spaces. Thank you, and off to Daniel.
Thank you, Christina, and thank you for your infectious energy. Thank you for being such a champion, and I think we can all, especially us who are predominantly in the health space, we really appreciate you encouraging everyone on the call, whether they're immediately in the health space or not, to champion this. Because I think it was Sharika who said it during the discussion, that we can't move forward in this health advocacy space advocating for these health policies without youth. And we understand that it can't just be youth in the immediate health space who are a part of this. We need to expand our reach. And that was one of the reasons why we held this workshop. So thank you, Christina. Thank you for being such a champion. It was so fantastic to have you and your energy. And so at this point, folks, honestly, my job here is to thank all of you for being here and to thank the team. And I'm going to invite some of the team members on. So as you would have noted, this event was youth-led, youth-planned, youth-driven. We've been working for quite a few weeks on this, almost months actually. So we're really happy to kind of wrap up this final day. And we hope that you're taking away a better understanding of the issue, the solution, the role of youth in this effort, and then some guidance on how to advocate. And that was really what today's session was about, is now you know the information, here are some examples of the how. And so really it is my pleasure to thank, again, you for being here. Thank you, Christina, for that infectious energy and from being on board from day one, literally. Before I get into the planning team, I want to thank our youth at heart allies. So the greater teams at the HCC, HFJ, HSFB, UTANS, Rachel Morrison, Stacey Ann, thank you all for for supporting us and allowing us to even put together this workshop. Your support is unmatched. And so I'm going to invite some of our core planning team to say some remarks, but just so you know, they're all the faces that you would have seen today: Shanique, Rosanna, Sharika, Alex, Tahir, Shelly Gay, Azaria, Lisa, Shanil, Janaea, Carrie. Again, this event would not have been possible without these folks. And so it really was a team effort. So I'm so glad to have everyone on board. Special mention to Janae for the tech that you would have seen and all the background things happening in the background. And before I hand it off to Shanique and then Rosanna, our facilitators for today, our presenters over the last couple of days, again, we really couldn't have done this without you. And so to finish off, I'm going to hand it over to Shanique. And Shanique, once you're done, we can hand it over to Rosanna, and then we will close the meeting. Thanks, everyone. There you go, Shanique.
Yeah, okay. Can't remember my slide.
Yeah, Janae?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really have much to add, save for what Daniel and Christina have said in their summing up. And I was really grateful for the opportunity as well to share a bit more about JAN and the work that we were doing as part of the panel discussions I did. Essentially, though, I do want to encourage. I saw Jordan. Saw Jordan asking again to remind we can connect further. And so I think everyone was when you come up just to remind about your socials and stuff. So I just really wanted to encourage persons to engage with the work that JAN is doing. And I see that Jenny is having a little bit of trouble finding my slide, but that's okay. But I also wanted to encourage persons, especially the young people from Jamaica who are online, to participate in our U-Report poll that we have going on right now around the school nutrition policies happening in Jamaica and the work that we're trying to do to push for the finalization of that. We want to ensure that we can show that young people support nutrition policies. And I also wanted to encourage all the participants who are online to scan the QR code here and to participate in our, and to show your support for the finalization of the nutrition policy in Jamaica by signing our petition. We're open to raise significant signatures so that we can share with our government stakeholders to show that there are people, young and old, so OPs also invited to sign, who are interested in seeing this finalized for our children because it's what they deserve. I will, just to make it a bit easier because there were some technical difficulties, share the different links in the chat while Rosanna speaks. So thank you very much. Looking forward to connecting with you. I will share our email address as well on our social. And as I said, we are here to support you, and I definitely will make myself available and encourage my team to also make themselves available to assist with anything you guys need to get your smart activities underway. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Right. So, I mean, I have nothing much to say either. I mean, it's just been like a really wonderful experience over the for the past 2 weeks. So last week and then today, even though I kind of expected a little bit of more, like honestly, the turnout that we got today was not really what I expected, especially waking up and seeing the rain this morning. But I am so grateful that, those of you who are online, you actually made the effort to just be here with us to share your, what ideas you had, what thoughts you had, and we are definitely grateful. And I just want to encourage each of us, whatever you can take away from this session in, whatever way you think you can, try to implement some of those activities in any aspect of your life, whether it's within your work groups, community, school, etc. And as Shanique said before, we are all here. We're a wide group, so here in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, wherever. Feel free to reach out to any one of us, to join in on our advocacy efforts. Here in Jamaica with the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and our Jamaica Health Advocates Youth Arm. I mean, we have a small cohort right now, but they're some of the best little babies I've ever worked with. And, we're hoping to grow, expand our reach. And, one thing I can say is that I look forward to more sessions like this, collaborative sessions to expand our reach across the region to get our messages out and to recruit more youth in helping to push our advocacy efforts. So yeah, that's really it for me, but keep safe, everyone, keep doing what you do. Remember, I mean, each one reach one, and we'll, you know, someday, somehow we will get there. We will get the changes that we are hopeful for.
Thanks, Rosanna, and thanks again to everyone. So just finish off here also by recognizing Samika and Shanil, who's on the call. So I think some of you would have heard about this workshop through our socials, and Shanil was the mastermind behind those promo efforts. So special thanks to Shanil for that. Great, Jordan, I'm so happy to hear that you're inspired. That's one of the things that, well, I should have done a feeling check-in, a vibe check-in to see how you're feeling, and I'm glad it's inspired. So I just have a few announcements and then I'll let you go. So Janae, I don't know if we have the final slides. Yes, so as Christina has been pushing, please take a minute after this to share something that you learned. Jordan, if it is just saying that you felt inspired after the session today, we'd love to hear it. So here's just a prompt to reflect and tweet, or again, whatever social is comfortable for you. We'd love to hear kind of your thoughts. And next. Perfect.
Ideas.
There we go. Okay, and so just a quick note, QR code, scan these codes. So one, we would have done a pre-assessment at the beginning of the workshop last weekend. So here's a post-assessment, that's the first QR code. And then the second QR code is, we would love to just hear feedback from you. As Rosanna said, we're hoping to continue to have these sessions and we'd love to know how we can make them better. So let us know there. Shan, what is SIDS? Small Island Developing States. So I'm hoping in a future.
I know Sudden Infant Death Syndrome.
Oh, yes. Not that one.
I was wondering all morning what SIDS was. I was like,
the other one. So I'm hoping that in the future, because we know a lot of our issues are very similar to small island developing states across the globe. And so I'm hoping that we can kind of get together with other youth to see how and learn from one another in terms of tackling some of these issues. Glad you brought that up. And Janae, I think last slide. Okay, so here's Jan's U report slide. Great. And so just to finish off, thank you for hanging in with us. I did want to mention 2 events that are happening next week from HCC's end. So one is the Food in Our Schools Matters. And so some of the organizing partners who are on today will be a part of this webinar. And essentially, if you want to know about the power of school policy, if you want to know about some lessons learned from countries across the region who have implemented school policy, you definitely want to join us on Wednesday for this webinar. So that's the first flyer. And then the second flyer is mental health IG Live. So I'm not even going to get into the details, but essentially the Healthy Caribbean Youth, in addition to this healthy food policy work, we're also doing some mental health work. And we'll be launching a mental health call to action, which some of you have been involved in on World Mental Health Day, which is October 10th. And so we're going to have an IG Live next Saturday talking about that. Okay, and final slide. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up. That's good. So I know we've all spoken about keeping in touch, having more sessions like these, more conversations like these. And guess what? You'll be able to do that. We have created a WhatsApp group. So I'd invite you to scan the code, because essentially the next step for us is that we meet again in December to follow up on those SMART activities that you would have spoken about today. And plan our next steps as youth advocates from across the region. Okay, so I'll leave that slide on so you can scan, but on behalf of all of us, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being so willing to learn and willing to share about your realities and your experiences. And this definitely isn't the end. We're looking forward to connecting again. Thanks, everyone. Take care and have a great rest of the day, and looking forward to, connecting again with you soon.
Oh, Daniel, remember the picture?
Yes.
I'm also having issues with the WhatsApp group scanning, and it might be a sign, and I'll just take it for what it is.
Okay, so maybe we need to resend it. No problem. We'll resend it by email.
Oh, it's up now. My niece fixed it for me.
You got
She's
it?
so smart. Yeah, she's so smart.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to ask everyone. Some of you might be camera ready, some of you might not be, but it's okay. This is just for the memories. We're going to invite you to turn on your cameras so we can do a final picture of those who held on until the very end. It was so good to see everybody. Yay, all the faces. So I'll give you another minute or so to turn on your camera. I don't want to have to go. Yes, seeing the cameras on. Okay, there we go. Chanel, you're ready to go. Shamar is ready. Azar is ready. I'm waiting for Kay. Are you joining us? Not our youth at heart, Kay.
Do you want to be in the picture?
I'm camera shy today.
The camera shy. Janae, are you able to turn on yours? You're such a big part of this. Nope. Okay. All right, no problem. All righty, everyone. 3, 2, 1, smile. Let's do another one for good measure. 3, 2, 1, hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smile. Awesome. Thank you all so much. We'll share these on socials. So thank you for sticking on, and take care. Have a great weekend and looking forward to connecting again soon. Bye.